Hello and welcome to Wisdom Bites. Hope you're well. Thank you once again for joining us. Much appreciated. I had to do an emergency video because quite a few developments were going on today, which meant that I had to really bring to you some of my concerns that started to occur around about this afternoon. Now, the other thing that obviously happened today was that we came up to our major target here, which we had mentioned even in yesterday's video, that the chances are we're going to be moving up to this target very shortly. Now we've met this target. Our first target, as you know, was the 11,100, which we met. The second target was 12,000. We have our next two targets, which is the 12,480, which is, let's say, 12,500. And then we have our final target on this rally here up to around about the 13,200. Now the question is, now that we've met this target here, where do we go from here? So if you've been watching my videos in the last few weeks especially, you will know that all these movements in the last 5-6 weeks have been very accurately predicted, even to the point where we predicted this fall here and creating this double bottom pattern here, and that the rally was about to start around about here. And so we're on this rally anyway, and we then actually concocted these targets based on the past support and resistance that we've had over the last few years, especially in the last few months in the Bitcoin price. So where do we go from here? I did say to you that I would be, we all have to do what we have to do. And my position was that I can only tell you what I'm about to do. And basically, I said that I would take about 25% of my positions here, another further 25% there, and I would liquidate all my assets around about the 13,200 because it would be coming up to this red channel. And just to remind you, because it's always very important to know in the longer term exactly where we're at. Now, in this red channel that we've been drawing now for many months, we're in this red channel up to the point around about March next year, when we will have a parabolic rise towards our target of $300,000. So if you've been watching my videos in the last few weeks, or even last few videos actually, you'll know that this is what I've been showing you. And yesterday we did a very comprehensive analysis on other markets as well, the dollar, the gold, as well as the junk bond market. Now, so we're basically, that's the bigger picture. In that bigger picture, we're in this short-term picture here. So what do we do here? So I've taken 25%, as I alluded to in the last few videos. If the price does go up to this point here, I'll be taking a further 25%. But what is it that can happen here? Now, something happened this afternoon which I became a little bit alarmed by, and that was that if we look at the Ethereum picture, before I show you that, just have a look at this. Over the 4-hour period, in the 4-hour chart, you can see that the price of Bitcoin was moving up in the upward direction. But if you look at the Ethereum chart, I've already marked it here. The market price for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, has been actually going down. Now, why is that alarming? Well, usually, I don't know if you've noticed in the last few rallies, and I mentioned in a few of my videos, that Ethereum seems to be a leading indicator for Bitcoin, and it's been leading the prices up. But the price for Ethereum has been falling here. Could this be a leading indicator that this is what Bitcoin is about to do? So it looks to me as though Ethereum seems to have wanted to top out here and is taken a downward trajectory. And more importantly, it's falling out of this red zone. If I just zoom out here, you'll see where this red zone comes from. It's a very long trend line that stretches back all the way back to March 2020 this year. So it's a very strong trend line that it's been respecting recently here as well. So once it's fallen out of there, it may well be now that we're going to have to revisit that in terms of going down to these levels here. So it has actually fallen down, come back and retested that that support as a resistance here, and this is what I became a little bit alarmed by this afternoon. So we'll see what happens. Anything can happen. It can actually have a bounce, yes, absolutely, but when you see this development here, you have to be a little bit more cautious. So all I'm trying to say to you is please tread with caution now with Bitcoin, because we've come to the upper trend line here with Bitcoin at the 12,000 level here. That's the target that we had. If you look at the RSI on the 4 hourly, what you've got here is you're coming up to the 70 level here, and it's now usually around this level that it can easily top out. But what the other thing is on the 4 hourly is that if you look at this here, there's a divergence taking place. So while the price, sorry, I should be doing this actually more accurately there. That's it there. So while the RSI has gone down, the price for Bitcoin's gone up. And so that's creating a divergence. So could it be that here at these levels, this is where the divergence takes place, which has actually been created over here. So let's wait and see. It doesn't mean that the price of Bitcoin can't go to the next level of 12,400. It can easily do that, but the probability now, because of this divergence, because of what's happening with Ethereum, the probability of it going to higher levels has just gone down by about 5 to 10% more. So I'm trading very carefully. I'm watching this, with a lot of, focus. If I do see a candle coming back down here, an open and close, a red candle down here, that would actually set alarm bells for me. And one thing I do want to just show you is that the kind of pullback we have here could be one of these types where it's a rapid move down. So that's why you've got to be very, very careful. And that's why I wanted to take the 25% of my assets and liquidate them here. At least you protect that so that when the price does come back down to this level here, which is what it's going to do as the next move, according to what I can see in the charts here, then you can always buy back at this point here. So it's good to liquidate some. That's my position. If you think differently, please, do what you need to do. I respect everybody's position. I can only tell you what I do. And I can only blame myself if the price then goes up there. But I've got 75% of my holdings are still intact here. So I'm very happy for carrying them up. And if they come back down, that's fine. I've still got 25% to rebuy back at a lower price level. So that's it really. Thank you very much indeed for watching. I hope you got some value out of that. I didn't want to actually leave you in the lurch at this point where we're meeting a very specific target that we'd actually been looking at over the last few videos. So now that we've met this, we've now covered this, I've shown you what my concerns are, and it's now up to you what you want to do. But I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye for now.